Today is Sunday, January 22nd. I'm in Anaheim, California. I'm a little sick and it's super rainy. Super rainy. I figured this would be a great time to kind of give you a recap on how my weekend went because it was such a huge weekend for me. On Thursday, I picked my mom up at the airport. I got a haircut and a suit kind of last minute. I met up with Nick Pappas a little later on the day. We got some dank Mexican food and then went to the premiere of XXX. We saw the movie on IMAX, which was huge, which was incredible. It was like a 3D and the screen's like massive. If you guys have ever been to an IMAX, you know what I'm talking about. It was really cool. I got to be around a lot of these stars and meet a lot of really cool people. After the premiere, we went to the after party. After party was super awesome. Lots of good food, good dancing, good people. I met up with Luke McNeil and Mike Brown, and these are some guys that we worked with on the movie in the Dominican Republic. And we just hung out and had a rowdy night. So with Nick and Ash and Kyle and some of these other guys, it was super fun. Friday, I woke up to a super rainy day with my mom. We went and got some breakfast, and I took her to the airport. She had to go back to work. And then from there, I drove to Anaheim, California to meet up with my buddy Tim for the NAMM show. And if you guys aren't familiar with the NAMM show, it's the largest music trade show in the whole world. So super cool. All these like legendary musicians go, and you kind of have to be invited to go in. Like you have to work with a company or whatever. So it's kind of an exclusive group of people, and I was super fortunate that my friend Tim got me in with Godan and Siegel Guitars, which is actually my favorite guitar company. So it's cool wearing a badge that said, Siegel Guitars artist. So it was just kind of like a dream come true, but it was kind of fake. So it was a good time. I met with my buddy Tim Schewel. He's a local musician in Oregon. He kills it. I'll put a link to his stuff below. And then also his buddy Tony. And Tony does custom rock and roll apparel for like all these big name rock musicians. So I'll put a link to his stuff below as well in case you guys are interested in checking it out. There were some crazy parties. Saturday, I explored the show as much as I could. It's a huge venue, so I think even if you walk the entire day, you'd have a really hard time covering all of it. There's thousands and thousands of companies there. But I got a pretty good look at Siegel guitars, and then there was this one called Prisma, which they actually make guitars out of skateboards, and they're all 100% handmade. They cost like $3,000, so I'm never gonna buy one, but it was really cool, and the designs they came up with from the chopped up and plied skateboards was like super, super cool and unique. Me and Tim happened to run into this guy, Robbie Gonzalez, in the Yamaha area. He's like some super OG, super badass old drummer. And he was so fun to hang out with. We just like bullshitted with him and like bullshitted with the security guards. And he's just a really fun dude to be around. We hung out with Robbie for a while, and then me and Tim went out and ate some shitty teriyaki. And then listened to some super, super badass music and met a lot of other super cool people. This weekend for me was really inspiring in a way because it kind of put me in a different crowd that I'm normally in. Normally I'm hanging out with my skate buddies, and normally I'm in Oregon and laying low. And so this weekend to be like at the XXX, like a big Hollywood premiere, and then the next day into like this biggest music show in the world and meeting all these like super famous musicians and getting to actually like talk with them and hang out a little bit was super inspiring. I have been kind of slacking on the guitar the past year, but it's something that I really want to start picking up more. This weekend really inspired me, and shout out to Tim for making it happen for me. My plan for the next week is, it's raining now, so it makes things really hard, but over the next week I want to go skate some GMR and do a little bit of training for my skate stuff, get some super strong legs. Then I want to do a demo in San Luis Obispo with Skate Warehouse. And then on Sunday, my buddy Ryan Farmer's hosting a race called Templin, and it's some super badass race course, and I'm excited to go. But immediately after the race, I need to start heading back up to Oregon. I have my flight on January 2nd to Puerto Rico, and so I'm going to Puerto Rico January 2nd until the 28th of February, and then in Arizona from March 1st until 7th basically, and then back to Oregon. So I've got a super busy week here. I'm trying to just meet and hang out and do as much shit as I can over the next week while I'm still down here, and then I'll be bam out to Puerto Rico and then to Arizona and back. Fortunately, after my birthday, I will be back in California around March 20th. So I plan to have Nick Pappas fly out, and we're gonna cruise down and do kind of a double skate California trip. So I'm super stoked on that. As always, guys, if you like this video, give me a like. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I answer all of them. And subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of my daily videos. Peace out, guys.